Alright, I've been working on the inner structure. You can kind of see I've kind of framed out these pillars. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to finish them off, if I'm going to do it in cloth and some doorboard or if it's going to be something different. But I wanted access to the inside of them. So first things first is just make a kind of structure to where you can get in there. The other thing I'm working on is pillars up here. So I'm trying to get from this spot, you know, and up our pillar here. I'd like to put a channel across the top, kind of like this piece, but from one end to the other. But if I was to cut these loose and then do that and then try to get the structure back, I'm just afraid I'm gonna lose some of the ground I've gained here. So what I've made is these guys, and they're going to slip on both sides of this piece, kind of like that. I haven't trimmed it. It'll go all the way up to the top there. And I also want to put an access hole up here in case we want to bring wiring down through into this door jamb for like dome lights and whatnot. So this will sit, you know, a little further up there, but it'll go on each side of this. And then I'm gonna have my hat channel piece that'll be welded on top of it. That'll give us our door gaps and whatnot. Something kind of like that.
All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job, and everything is gonna be okay.
Speaking of what we got going on, this guy has been working diligently on our piece of cardboard for $179.
Yeah.
It's a nice $179 piece of cardboard you got there.
It's gonna be worth every penny, maybe even 180.
Ooh. But tell us about your headlight here.
So with the Duramax engine bay is obviously bigger than this one, and so we have stuff going into new places, and the air filter is gonna sit just inside here, but we needed a way to access and service the air filter. So we've built a swing out headlight, and it'll either be cable or lever actuated, and then it'll just release right there. And now we're just trying to figure out a way to keep road grime off of the filter. And so this is the lower panel that'll sit in there and basically turn that front section of the fender into an air box, and it'll have a nice little air inlet on the bottom.
Show us that action again. I want to get a little side shot you on here. It's pretty rad.
Pretty fun.
I like the motion on it. Its motion of its ocean. But pretty cool. It'll be neat to see the lights on.
Yeah.
Like have the lights turned on while it's
Just
dropping
shining
out.
on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it just still can work as it's moving out, you know?
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah, that'll be a trip.
I gave myself a little extra because I thought it might need it, but it didn't. So, need to cut about what looks like a 1/4 inch off of there. Still might be able to use our spot welds and try again. Alright, so with our plan here to put that piece on top, it was bringing the piece out too far, and I couldn't get it to align right, and it was sitting crookedy, and it just didn't seem like that pillar wanted to be straight with this one, because it kind of, I think it gets a little closer and gets a little further away at the top. And so I took the piece and just started on a different one to just kind of try out a different system. And with this piece behind this piece, I'm able to get the gap and the the depth right, and I'm able to adjust it a little bit. And that's going to be a pretty easy weld to just full weld it instead of spot welding it. I think this is going to work better. I'm not stoked about it not being a double layer here, but it's probably okay. This one, I left this original back panel. This was from a panel truck back. And you can see I got the hole up there to run wiring through. And I think I'll just take, I don't know if I'll take those pieces that we made yesterday. I don't know if I'll just cut the back off of this and send the back in there. But I imagine it's the wrong width now. I'm not sure. We might just cut the front part off and stick the rest of it on there. Or just take this end, or we might not be able to use those at all. But our gap is looking okay with this one. And it's nice and flush with it. So I'm kind of trying to watch that the doors stay right about with this edge here, you know, so I can make them kind of even there. Kind of some sort of guide to go off of. Anyways, we'll continue with this and see if this will work, and then we'll go to the rest of them. Alright, I think that's going to work. I left myself a little bit more of a gap because we're too tight up front here, but that's easier and it wasn't too bad to build. So I think that's how we're going to do it. I can tell from the smell that this was from that blue one, the blue panel truck, because it smells like somebody lived in there for a long period of time, and then the mice moved in. Not like a couple, but like 500, and they put a layer of shit on the floor, if you remember me scraping that up like that. Oh my god, look at that rat shit. Holy cow, it is thick too. But some of that smell can just, it sinks into the metal or whatever rust or organic is in between the metal, and when I cut it you can smell it again. And it takes me back to cleaning out that turquoisey blue panel truck. Was that one the navy one? I think that was the navy one. And then the other one was the newspaper truck. So the navy issue one. I don't think it was a navy man living in there. I think it was a dirty hippie.
All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job, and everything